women's soccer coach. Uh, 2-2 draw against Drake. You just want to give us a recap of the game?
Yeah, it was kind of an up and down game. Going into the game, I felt like we had really good energy. Came out, started strong, kept the ball well, created a couple, you know, decent opportunities, and then getting a goal on the road early was big for us. But then giving it back, right before the half, really. Second half was a lot of the same. It was just, we came out a little bit stronger, just not consistent enough in the attacking third. I felt like we let a few chances go that could have put the game away. Drake was a dangerous team on set pieces with the flip throw in, with you know, to me, it was a very inconsistent game, and a game that was broken up a lot by the referees too. I thought it was a very, very poor ref game to where there wasn't much rhythm, and partially our fault, but it was just one of those crazy games, and ended up with a 2-2. A little bit disappointed we didn't get a win, but again, we're looking at the positives of what we're doing and moving forward.
Questions for Coach?
I think up and down's a good way to describe that. What were the positives? Like, obviously, you guys got out. Zumi makes incredible plays too on that. That up pass to the center back, chipping the keeper.
Yep.
Maddie had one that was
Yep.
same deal. It seemed like the dip came like kind of was that a gut punch, that missing that opportunity, I guess?
It shouldn't be, but it seemed like it was, and it's something that's part of the game. You're going to make mistakes, and as a team and as individuals, we can't let any moment get us down. I think there was just too long of a stretch where we gave the ball away cheaply, and that comes from just not being on the same page, not enough movements. Maybe getting a bit tired, but it's those are the areas where once we get into our flow and we're more consistent, the positives are when we are moving the ball, when we do have dangerous runs. We're a very good team, and create plenty of chances, but it just needs to be more consistent from that standpoint. And the team is upbeat. We're excited about our next big challenge. We look at every game as a different challenge, and we're moving forward from Drake, taking some of those positives away, but also growing as a team.
Got a few games left before conference season starts. I guess, what are you looking for from the team in the next few games to kind of get ready for that conference season?
Confidence, I think, of who they are. Because when they own our identity of how we want to play as a team, and move off of each other, defend together, fight together, we're heading in a great direction. So I want to see more consistency behind that, and that's why you play these tough games in non-conference. You don't get a false sense of security playing not as good competition, but obviously it's a big challenge. Minnesota is very good. They've scored a lot of goals. They are energetic. They're going to come in here, but we're coming in like we do every game, pushing to win. We want to win. We don't go into any game to tie. So we're excited about this next opportunity.
When you look at the goals you gave up against Drake, I know you mentioned the header being tough. That was pretty difficult. But I guess the set pieces that they were able to score on, I know one was a PK, but what do you want to see differently in those situations, especially when like that first one was just kind of a ball into a crowd, and they're the ones who kind of just seem to want it more, is what you always say in the box, right? Like that's kind of what happened.
Yeah. We watched the film, and I think there was a lot of small things that we could have done to eliminate those, to not even allow that ball to get into the area it was in, or take out the players more that are in the box. And it was just mental mistakes, uncharacteristic too. And obviously the penalty kick, it's something that Hito will learn from. It's part of being a top level player, is sometimes you make mistakes that you usually don't, uncharacteristic, and complete trust in her, and I'm so happy she's back. She's worked so hard to get back onto the field, and is going to be huge for us in the rest of the season.
Yeah, I know, I'm glad you mentioned her. I know she's probably bummed
Yeah.
because she doesn't want her comeback game to be decided like that. But you know how hard she's worked to come back, and the timeline she's done it in is pretty impressive too. Like, what's been the secret sauce to her getting back as quickly as she did and hopefully making an impact?
She loves the game. She does what it takes to get back to where she wants to be, and that's to be playing. She loves the team. She's a super leader by example. Very, very honest, very humble, very hardworking. Somebody that will make us better. And the whole team's excited. When she came on the field, you could feel the energy from it. And so, for Hito, nothing but excitement about what she's going to do the rest of the season, because her work ethic is not stopping. It's only getting stronger.
What would you tell her after either the match or the moment where she, gave the foul?
Yeah.
Like, I imagine she was pretty down about that and probably had to, thinking, is she actually ready? There's probably some doubt right in her mind after that play, right?
Yeah, I think she's one of those, like I said, very humble, and she looks at everything she does on the field and wants to be better and wants to be perfect. But no player is perfect, and that's what I told her after the game. Is you made a mistake, and she goes, "Yes, coach, I do." And so what'd you do? And she told me, and I said, "Yes." And that's how you learn. You want people like that. You want players like that can own up to it and don't push it on to somebody else. Although that ball should have never gotten to where it was. So there was a lot of things that led up to that very moment of just that foul. So we don't look at it as it was her fault. It was a team fault for that whole play.
We have time for one more question if anybody has one.
You played in, I imagine Sunday had to be hot.
Oh.
You played in some other hot games this year, and now I know temperature is supposed to be a little more seasonal, I guess. Is the team looking forward to that, or does that change how you use players or anything?
They're excited about it. I tell you that. Playing in the heat, both teams have to play in it. Both teams suffer. It slows the game down. Players get tired, take mental breaks, but that's where you got to get stronger. But going into a game where it could be a better temperature to have high energy for a longer amount of time, and at this awesome event that we're about to have, Oktoberfest, is something we all look forward to, and I'm just glad it's going to be great weather for us on the field and for the fans.
Do you guys take any pride in setting the tone for that, knowing it's a doubleheader, knowing that it's a huge crowd, there's a lot of buzz? Like, it seems like your performances at Oktoberfest amp up because you feel the energy. Does the team kind of rally around that?
In some ways, yes, but in a lot of ways, I don't want it to have to be something like that to where our team does that. But when you play in a big event, big crowd, you get a big energy, and especially when it's your home crowd, and you know that it's only going to get bigger as the night goes on, and it's a big game, And but the thing is we're looking at every game as a big game, but sometimes some are a little bit bigger just because of those little outside things, and this is one of them.